Joining us now, Democratic Congresswoman Becca Balint of Vermont. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us. What's your reaction first to this ruling on Voice of America?
It's relief. This is something that is incredibly important to us, having our voice broadcast around the world. This is part of the three pillars of keeping us safe in this country. It's defense, development, and diplomacy. And of course, Congress has the powers of the purse. We know this. Once again, the administration is trying to, through an illegal executive order, shut down our ability as Congress to direct money where we have said it should go. And Voice of America has been a voice for us since 1942, spreading the ideas of democracy and free societies around the world. This is critically important to our own safety and security to have our voices around the world. And it is just shockingly so transparent when the president calls it propaganda, because he does not believe it is a voice that is directing his words around the globe. This is not a president's voice. This is about our country. And so much that this administration is doing is running counter to who we are as a freedom-loving, democracy-loving people. And I'm relieved by the ruling.
I will say the Voice of America also showcases the ideals of a free press. It embodies that and showcases that around the world. Yet another example of our soft power and the ways that we do soft diplomacy. But I want to also turn to immigration now, Congresswoman, because I want to get what you make of some in your party debating whether or not they should be focusing on this issue, specifically around the issue of Kilmar Abrego Garcia and other similar efforts. Is this fertile ground for y'all to fight on?
Look, I completely disagree with people who say that we cannot talk about the most fundamental part of what it means to live in a free society. There is nothing more important than a man's liberty, period. And so to say that we cannot talk about this, that we can only talk about economic issues, is ridiculous. We are a democracy. We are a free society. And if we don't believe people are entitled to due process, if we believe it's okay for the government to make an administrative error and send someone off essentially to an El Salvadoran gulag, this is absurd. This is absolutely absurd. Of course, we can walk and chew gum at the same time, and we have to. And so I do not agree. I think it is really a sign that we have lost our way if we can't fight with every bit of energy that we have to make sure that people's due process rights are protected in this country. We have lost our way.
So there's the due process question at the heart of the Kilmar Abrego Garcia case. But then on the larger theme of immigration and the way that this administration has cracked down, your own state in Vermont has seen worksite enforcements by ICE and other agencies. Can you talk about the impact in Vermont on doing things like arresting 8 migrant farm workers at a dairy farm? It's even drawn concerns from top Republicans in Vermont who say this is going to have an impact on the local economy and also just the way that folks get their food.
Yeah, let me just, cut right to the chase here. Without migrant labor in Vermont, we would have no dairy industry. The cows will not get milked without migrant labor. And I just want to be clear that this farm that had this raid, the owners of the farm have said we followed state and federal guidelines in order to have these employees there. And it has an incredible chilling effect on the industry across the state, because what happens is people do not want now to leave their farms. People do not want to go out in the community fearing that they're going to be detained by ICE. And so it has effects on community, it has effect on our economy. And it's not just Vermont. Our agricultural industry across the country is dependent on migrant labor. This is the reality. It's been the reality for a long time. And so it is yet another instance of this administration not focusing on the right things, which is making sure that we have an economy that works for regular people. And it's just shocking incompetence, honestly. I don't understand how this administration that ran on economic issues, that ran on making sure that regular people can meet their basic needs, is starting these conflicts around the world around tariffs and trade, and at home are making it impossible for us to get food on our table. It's maddening.
Democratic Congresswoman Becca Balint of Vermont, you're home for recess. When you get back, I'm very interested to hear what your constituents have been telling you. But for now, thank you for coming on with us this morning.